My dear students, welcome to my class Standard 10 subject Maths 2 Chapter 2 Pythagoras Theorem. Today I am doing revision of Chapter 2 Pythagoras Theorem exercise 2.1. Good morning students, welcome to my class of subjects Maths 2 Chapter 2 Pythagoras Theorem. This chapter 2 Pythagoras theorem, it carries 8 marks along with the option in board exam. It is very easy chapter. All of you are familiar with the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem will be only in the right angle triangle. You will see in right angle triangle only. Now all of you know Pythagoras theorem. This is a right angle triangle. First of all, this is ABC is 90 degree. Side opposite to 90 degree. Side opposite to 90 degree is your hypotenuse. Always you have to keep in mind. Side opposite to 90 degree is the hypotenuse, and these are the two perpendicular sides. So Pythagoras theorem will come across in this right angle triangle. All of you know very well. Hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. Hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. Or you can write in this manner also. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is your Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Now in this Pythagoras theorem, in this chapter you are going to study about the Pythagorean triplet also. When three numbers are given to you, for example 3, 4, 5, these three natural numbers are given to you, the square of the largest number means 5 square is 25. The square of the largest number must be equal to the square of the other two. Sum of the square of the other two means 3 square plus 4 square. 9 plus 16 will be 25. Now you can see the square of the largest number is equal to the sum of the square of the other two numbers. These both are equal. So such numbers are called Pythagorean triplet in this Pythagoras theorem. They are called Pythagorean triplet. Like these numbers you will come across 11, 60, 61, many numbers are there like this. So first you are going to study about the Pythagoras theorem. Remember one. Second, Pythagorean triplet. Third, you are going to study about the theorem of geometric mean. Theorem of geometric mean means what? When a perpendicular is drawn to the hypotenuse from the opposite vertex. Means from here, perpendicular is drawn from the hypotenuse. Perpendicular is drawn to the hypotenuse from the opposite vertex. You can see here, BD is a perpendicular to hypotenuse AC. So here BD square is equal to AD into DC. This hypotenuse is divided into two parts, AD and DC. So this BD square will become AD into DC. This is called theorem of geometric mean, or you can say geometric mean also. Geometric mean theorem. This is the third point. First, Pythagoras theorem. Second, Pythagorean triplet. Third, geometric mean. And fourth is, you can see in this we have three right angle triangles. ABC 1, ADB second, and BDC third. There are three right angle triangles in this. All three right angle triangles are similar. So they come under similarity of right angle triangle. There is no need to prove. Actually we prove in first chapter by applying angle test. All of you know very well. We have to apply angle test and then we prove the two triangles. Okay. But when you see in this case like this, okay, three right angle triangles are there. In one, you can see this is big right angle triangle. These are the two right angle triangles. So these all three right angle triangles are similar. There is no need to prove. Only you have to write the reason. Only you have to write the reason, that is similarity in right angle triangle. All three triangles are similar. Triangle ABC similar to triangle ADB, similar to triangle BDC. All three right angle triangles are automatically, they are similar only. There is no need to prove. Okay, now we are going to study about the Pythagoras theorem. How to solve this theorem. Now it is given in triangle ABC, angle B is 90. All of you know Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square, means AC square. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This we have to prove. So to prove this we have to draw first this construction first. So sec BD is perpendicular to hypotenuse AC. This is our construction. Now after doing this construction, you can see that there are three right angle triangle. One is ABC, one is ADB, and third one is BDC. There are three right angle triangle. And all of you know very well, just now I told you, all the three right angle triangles are similar. There is no need to prove similar. They are similar. They are similar under similarity of right angle triangle. So all the three right angle triangles are similar. So first of all, we will take these two. Here, triangle ABC is similar to triangle ADB. First we will take this two, and second time we will take first and last. Second time. This is very easy. Now two triangles are similar. All of you know sides are in proportion. All of you know we are studying in first chapter. So I am writing here AB upon AD is equal to BC upon DB is equal to AC upon AB. Corresponding sides of similar triangle. Now you can see out of these three sides are in proportion. Here three. So we don't want this. Only we will take this two. Why we will take this two? Because you can see AB into AB. AB into AB will become AB square. Okay. So I am writing here AB square is equal to AC into AD. 1. AB into AB square is equal to AC into AD. Or you can write, anyhow you can write, okay, this is first one. Now second time we will take this triangle and this triangle. And we will do in the same manner. Okay. Also, now second time we will take this two triangle. Also triangle ABC is similar to triangle BDC. These two triangles are similar, sides are in proportion. How to take sides are in proportion, all of you know very well. These two first two, AB upon BD is equal to BC upon DC is equal to AC upon BC. Now here you can see we want DC square we want. So we will not take this. We will take this to proportion. So BC square is equal to AC into DC. This you got second. Okay. First and second we got. So now we will add, because here plus sign is there. So adding 1 and 2 we will do now. Okay. Now adding 1 and 2. So adding 1 and 2. 1 you showed AB square. Okay. AB square. Second you showed BC square. AB square plus BC square is equal to AD into AC plus AC into DC. Okay. In first you showed AB square is equal to AD into AC, and in second you showed BC square is equal to AC into AD. So adding 1 and 2. So therefore AB square plus BC square. This will be same because you can see here these two are same here. Now what is common here? AC is common. You can see AC. AC is common, so you will get here AD plus DC. So AC into AD plus DC. AD plus DC is again AC. So AC into AC is AC square. So you will get AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. So here we got the answer. Okay, here it is AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. So we will write that is correct. We will write as it is. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Proved. So this theorem is now proved. This is very easy theorem. Okay, very easy theorem and a very important theorem for the board exam. Okay, now come to exercise 2.1, practice 2.1. 3, 4, 5. Your first sum is 3, 4, 5. Number is given to you. Now we have to. Question is identify with reason. Identify with reason which of the following are Pythagorean triplet. This first one is numbers are given 3, 4, 5. So how to solve it? It is very easy. Okay. Largest number is 5. So I am writing here 5 square. 5 square is 25. And other two numbers are 3 and 4. So I will do the square of the other two numbers, sum of the squares. 3 square plus 4 square. 3 square is 9. 4 square is 16. 16 plus 9, 25. Now you can see 5 square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. Okay, they are same. Their numbers are same. 25, 25. So the square of the largest number is equal to the sum of the square of the other two numbers. Therefore, the numbers are called Pythagorean triplet. You have to write the statement. The square of the largest number is equal to the sum of the square of the other two numbers. And therefore, 3, 4, 5 is a 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, first you have to write the reason and then you have to write this. Now second sum, in that question number 1, second one, 4, 9 and 12. Just check it whether it is a Pythagorean triplet or not. So which is the biggest number here? Biggest number 12. So 12 square. 12 square is 144, all of you know. Now the square, sum of the square of other two. Sum of the square of other two means 4 square plus 9 square. 4 square is 16. 9 square, all of you know, 81. Total of this will be 97. Now you can see these both are not equal. Therefore 12 square is not equal to 4 square plus 9 square. Therefore it is not a Pythagorean triplet. This number 4, 9 and 12 is not a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, like this we have 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 more sums are there. Same like this, that you can solve it very easily. So all of you understood this first and second. Okay, now come to sum number 2 now. Diagram is given to you. All of you see the diagram here. Angle MNP is 90 degree. Seg NQ is perpendicular to the hypotenuse NP. Value of NQ is given 9 and value of QP is given 4. We want to find out value of NQ. So here we will take the help of which concept? Yes, the concept will be theorem of geometric mean. Concept will be theorem of geometric mean. But directly we cannot use the concept. Before that we have to write like this. In triangle MNP, angle MNP is equal to 90 degree and sec NQ is perpendicular to hypotenuse MQ. This is given in the question. Just you have to copy it down from the question. Now you can write by the theorem of geometric mean. By the theorem of geometric mean. Now you can write NQ square. Geometric mean theorem is like this. NQ square is equal to NQ into QQ. This is your geometric mean theorem. It is very easy theorem. Very easy concept it is. Okay. So NQ square is equal to, NQ is 9, QP is 4. So NQ square is equal to 36, and therefore NQ is equal to square root of 36, that is 6. So very easily we get the answer of sum number 2. Okay. Now come to sum number 3. Diagram is given to you. Same like second sum, how we have solved. We will take the help of theorem of geometric mean here also. But here we want the value of QR. So first, with the help of theorem of geometric mean, you will get the value of MR. After getting the value of MR, then you will add collinear points. Okay. So first of all, we will write in triangle QPR. Angle QPR is equal to 90 degree, and sec PM is perpendicular to hypotenuse Q1. This is given in the question, but still you have to write. Then by the theorem of geometric mean, So what is the theorem of geometric mean? All of you know very well now. I am writing PM square. PM square is equal to QM into MR. So PM is 10. 10 square is equal to QM is 8 MR. Okay. So 10 square is 100, 8 into MR. This will come here and divide. 100 divided by 8 is equal to MR. If you will divide this, you will get MR is equal to 12.5. MR you will get 12.5. But we don't want MR, we want QR. Therefore, QR is equal to QM plus MR. Q dash M dash R. And therefore, QR is equal to QM is 8. You can write 8.0 also. 8 plus MR is 12.5. So, QR will be 20.5. Okay, very easy sum. Just like second one only, you will take the help of theorem of geometry and collinear points.
So,
okay, now practice set 2.1, sum number 4. Diagram is given to you. Okay, in the diagram you can see in triangle PSR, angle P is 30 degree, angle S is 90 degree. This is 30, this is 90. So this angle will be how much? 60. Therefore, angle R is equal to 60 degree. Reason, remaining angle of triangle. Therefore, triangle PRS is 30, 60, 90 triangle. Triangle PRS is 30, 60, 90 triangle. And now all of you know side opposite to 30 degree is half of hypotenuse. So I will write side opposite to 30 is SR. Therefore, SR is equal to half of here. Reason, side opposite to 30 degree. So always you have to keep in mind side opposite to 30 degree is half of hypotenuse. This you have studied in 9th standard. So therefore, SR is how much? 6 half into PR. 2 will come up and it will be multiplied. 6 into 2 is equal to PR, and therefore you will get PR is equal to 12. You got 12. Now, after getting the value of PR, we want PS value. Now you can see 60 degrees here. The side opposite to 60 degrees PS. Therefore, PS is equal to root 3 upon 2 hypotenuse. Reason will be side opposite to 60 degrees. The side opposite to 60 degrees root 3 upon 2 hypotenuse, and therefore PS is equal to root 3 upon 2 into PR is how much? 12. 2 ones are 2, 2 6 are 12. So your PS value will be 6 root 3. Okay. So first time you will take the help of side opposite to 30 degree, and second time you will take the help of side opposite to 60 degree. Okay, now come to sum number 5. This is activity based sum. Very easy sum it is. Diagram is given to you. Okay, triangle ABC, you can see it is a right angle triangle. Hypotenuse is root 8. Okay, these two sides are equal. These two sides are equal, matlab these two angles will be, two sides are equal, matlab two angles will be same. You know, this will be how much? 45 degree. Okay, 45, 45, 90 triangle it is. So AB equal to BC. AB is equal to BC is what? First box you will write given. Then angle BAC. BAC will be how much? 45 degree. Very easy sum it is. So AB equal to BC. Side opposite to 45 is 1 upon root 2 into hypotenuse. As you know very well, side opposite to 30 degree is half of hypotenuse. Side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 upon 2 hypotenuse. So side opposite to 45. Side opposite to 45 is 1 upon root 2 hypotenuse. Okay? These three concepts you have to keep in mind. So AB equal to BC is equal to 1 upon root 2 AC. So AC value is how much? Root 8. So root 8 is written here. You will again write here 1 upon root 2. Okay? Again this is converted here. Again here you will write 1 upon root 2. So here root 2 and root 2 will get cancelled. Your answer is 2. AB equal to BC is equal to 2. Very easy activity sum. It carries 2 marks. Okay, now come to sum number 6 now. Quadrilateral is a square. Diagonal is given 10. Diagonal is given 10. You have to find the side and perimeter. Okay, side of a square you have to find out, and perimeter of the square you have to find out. So you will use one formula here to find out the side of a square. Diagonal is given here. So the formula is diagonal of a square is equal to root 2 into side. This you have studied in 9th standard also. This formula I have given in 9th standard also to you. So this is very easy. You can also solve with the help of Pythagoras theorem also. You can take the Pythagoras theorem also, you can solve. You can assume this as x and you can solve it. But this is very easy. Diagonal of a square is equal to root 2 into side. So diagonal of a square is 10. 10 is equal to root 2 into side. Root 2 will come here and divide. You will get 10 upon root 2 is equal to side. Now you have to rationalize this. You will rationalize this because you can see here down it is root 2. So what you will do? You will multiply up also root 2 and you will multiply down also root 2. You have to rationalize it. Okay? So this will become 10 root 2 upon 2 is equal to side. 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10. So side will be now 5 root 2 centimeter. You got the side 5 root 2. Okay? After rationalizing, you got the side 5 root 2. Now we want perimeter. So all of you know perimeter formula also. What is the formula? Perimeter of square is equal to 4 into side. Means 4 multiplied by 5 root 2. 4 5 is 20. 20 root 2 centimeter is the perimeter of the square. So with the help of this you got side also and you got the perimeter also. Once again I am saying you can use Pythagoras theorem also. You can take the Pythagoras theorem and you can find the side, and after getting the side and then you can use this formula. Okay, thank you.